Harry Kane hasn't been happy at Tottenham for 18 months as Man City bid emerges. Harry Kane hasn't been happy at Tottenham for 18 months, according to reports. The England international is a top transfer target for Manchester City. However, any move to the Etihad Stadium is far from straightforward. Kane wants to leave Tottenham behind, having grown fed up of the club's failure to win the biggest trophies on offer. However, while that's currently the case, a move to Pep Guardiola's Manchester City is hanging in the balance. Tottenham are adamant Kane won't be allowed to leave North London, despite the player believing he has an agreement in place with chairman Daniel Levy over a potential departure. And the Daily Mail have now elaborated on the situation, revealing the England star hasn't been happy at the club for 18 months. The strikers' camp are said to feel there has been communication between Spurs and City over the past year, which is why Kane expected to move to the Etihad this summer. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz. City's latest bid is said to be in the region of £125 million, a fee that would see him become the club's record signing and costliest recruit in British football history. Kane reportedly felt empowered to have an interview with Sky Sports' Gary Neville, where he heavily hinted he wanted to go. Tottenham, though, are adamant their prized asset isn't for sale. Kane believes Levy has broken his promise and is said to be frustrated at the fact his impeccable reputation has been called into question. Some supporters have turned on Kane for failing to report to training on time, but the hitman believes he was granted extra time off. Don't miss Man United set Kane price by Tottenham chief. Levy convinced Barcelona's strong's eye with Ronaldo and 2 other signings. Arsenal's amazing squad. If Edu seals 6 more deals, his desire to leave is said to be for sporting, rather than financial, reasons. And he's upset at how the transfer saga has played out, having always wanted to leave Tottenham on good terms rather than bad. Kane does understand why some fans are unhappy. But the Tottenham star wants supporters to appreciate his position after a glittering spell where he's been ruthless in front of goal. Whether City are able to get a deal for Kane over the line is something only time will tell. But the clock is ticking down, and Guardiola's side are now in a race against time, with the transfer window set to close on August 31st. City legend Pablo Zabaleta, meanwhile, thinks now is the right time for Kane to go. We'll see if the money is there, and we'll splash the money for Harry Kane, but will be nice to see him playing for City, he said. He's in the right moment for him to go to a different club and have a different experience. When you look at all the top teams, they are looking for players who can score 25 goals a season. You always need players like that. Obviously Sergio Aguero left the club, and they only have Gabriel Jesus as a proper striker. But we all know the quality of Kane. If you want to win trophies and he knows he's done enough for Spurs and wants to move, maybe City are one of those clubs. Ian McGarry, speaking on Reach plc's Transfer Window podcast, previously claimed City and Kane had agreed personal terms. Harry Kane obviously remains an ongoing project, McGarry said earlier this month. But it is our information at the Transfer Window podcast that Kane has effectively agreed personal terms with City and his representatives, and that they are simply waiting on Daniel Levy to agree the fee. And of course Spurs themselves are investing quite aggressively in new players as well, which kind of suggests that they know already